Welcome to BPO and Beyond, financial freedom for BPO employees in the Philippines. BPO and Beyond podcast helps us empower Filipino BPO professionals to achieve financial freedom through career advancement, smart investing, and entrepreneurship. We deliver actionable strategies tailored to your unique challenges and opportunities. Stop dreaming about financial independence. Start building it. Your promotion, your future, your freedom.
Episode 9, Career Visibility Hacks. How to get noticed by managers without coming across as boastful or self-promoting. Welcome back to Career Compass, the podcast that helps BPO professionals navigate their career journey towards success and financial freedom. Today, we're tackling one of the most frustrating challenges in the workplace: how to get noticed and recognized for your contributions without coming across as boastful or self-promoting. If you've ever felt like you're doing excellent work but somehow remain invisible to management, or if you've watched less qualified colleagues get promoted while you stay overlooked, this episode will give you the strategic visibility tools you need to change that dynamic. Let me start with a story that perfectly illustrates this challenge. Carlo, a technical support specialist who had been with his BPO company for 3 years. "I consistently exceed my performance metrics," he told me. "I help train new team members, I solve the most complex technical issues, and I even created a troubleshooting guide that the whole department now uses." But when promotion time came around, they gave the team leader position to someone who had been there for only 18 months. Carlo was frustrated and confused. "I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. I work hard, I deliver results, but somehow management doesn't seem to notice. How do I get their attention without looking like I'm bragging or being pushy?" This is one of the most common career challenges I encounter, especially among BPO professionals who often work in large organizations where individual contributions can easily get lost in the crowd. The good news is that career visibility is a skill that can be learned and mastered, and it doesn't require you to become someone you're not or compromise your values. Today, we're going to explore 8 powerful strategies that will help you increase your visibility and ensure your contributions get the recognition they deserve. Before we dive into specific tactics, let's understand what career visibility really means. It's not about bragging, self-promotion, or taking credit for other people's work. True career visibility is about strategically communicating your value, making your contributions known, and positioning yourself as someone who drives results and adds value to the organization. The difference between visibility and bragging comes down to approach and intention. Bragging is about making yourself look good, often at the expense of others. Visibility is about making your work and its impact known so that decision-makers can make informed choices about promotions, assignments, and opportunities. Strategy number 1: document and communicate your impact. One of the biggest mistakes professionals make is assuming that good work speaks for itself. In reality, good work often goes unnoticed unless you make a deliberate effort to communicate its impact. Start by keeping a detailed record of your accomplishments, but focus on outcomes rather than activities. Instead of saying, "I handled 50 customer calls today," say, "I resolved 50 customer issues today," including 3 escalated cases that resulted in retained accounts worth $15,000 in annual revenue. Create a weekly or monthly impact summary that you can share with your manager during one-on-one meetings. This isn't about listing everything you did. It's about highlighting the results and value you created. For example, this month I implemented a new call routing process that reduced average wait times by 23% and improved customer satisfaction scores by 15%. Key is to connect your work to business outcomes that matter to your organization. If you're in customer service, focus on customer satisfaction, retention, and revenue impact. If you're in operations, highlight efficiency improvements, cost savings, and process optimizations. Strategy number 2: become a solution provider, not just a problem reporter. One of the fastest ways to get noticed by management is to become known as someone who brings solutions, not just problems. When you identify an issue or challenge, don't just report it, come prepared with potential solutions and recommendations. For example, instead of saying the new software system is causing delays in our response times, try I've noticed that the new software system is adding an average of 2 minutes to our response times. I've researched 3 potential solutions: adjusting the workflow sequence, implementing keyboard shortcuts, or requesting a software update. Based on my analysis, I recommend we start with the workflow adjustment, which could be implemented immediately and might reduce response times by 30%. This approach accomplishes several things. It shows that you're thinking strategically about the business, it demonstrates problem-solving skills, and it positions you as someone who takes initiative rather than just following instructions. Make it a habit to come to every meeting with at least one improvement suggestion or solution to a challenge your team is facing. Over time, you'll become known as someone who drives positive change. Strategy number 3: volunteer for high-visibility projects. Not all work is created equal when it comes to visibility. Some projects naturally get more attention from senior management than others. Actively seek out opportunities to work on initiatives that are important to your organization's goals. This might include cross-departmental projects, process improvement initiatives, training programs, or special assignments that address key business challenges. These projects often involve presenting to senior management, working with multiple departments, or implementing changes that affect the entire organization. When these opportunities arise, volunteer enthusiastically and deliver exceptional results. Even if the project requires extra work or learning new skills, the visibility and experience you gain will be invaluable for your career advancement. If high-visibility projects aren't readily available, create them. Identify a challenge or opportunity in your area and propose a project to address it. For example, you might propose creating a knowledge base for common customer issues, developing a training program for new hires, or implementing a process improvement that could save time or money. Strategy number 4: share knowledge and expertise. Becoming known as a subject matter expert in your area is one of the most effective ways to increase your visibility. When people think of you as the go-to person for specific knowledge or skills, you naturally become more visible and valuable to the organization. Look for opportunities to share your expertise through training sessions, documentation, presentations, or mentoring. If you've developed a particularly effective technique for handling difficult customers, offer to train other team members. If you've mastered a complex software system, create training materials or offer to help colleagues who are struggling. This strategy works because it positions you as someone who not only performs well individually but also helps others improve their performance. Management notices people who have a positive impact on team productivity and morale. Consider writing internal articles or guides about best practices in your area, presenting at team meetings about new techniques you've discovered, or offering to mentor new team members. These activities showcase your expertise while contributing to the overall success of your team. Strategy number 5: build strategic relationships. Career visibility isn't just about what you do, it's also about who knows what you do. Building relationships with key people in your organization, including your manager, senior leaders, colleagues in other departments, and influential peers, is crucial for increasing your visibility. Make an effort to connect with people beyond your immediate team. Attend company events, participate in cross-departmental meetings, and engage in conversations with colleagues from other areas of the business. The goal isn't to network for the sake of networking, but to build genuine relationships that can help you understand the broader business and identify opportunities to contribute. When you do excellent work on a project that involves people from other departments, make sure those people know about your contributions. If you solve a problem that affects multiple teams, ensure that the relevant managers are aware of your role in the solution. Remember that relationships are built over time through consistent, positive interactions. Be helpful, reliable, and supportive of others' success, and they'll be more likely to recognize and advocate for your contributions. Strategy number 6: communicate proactively with your manager. Your direct manager is your most important advocate for career advancement, but they can't advocate for you if they don't fully understand your contributions and aspirations. Make it a priority to communicate regularly and strategically with your manager. Schedule regular one-on-one meetings if they're not already happening, and use this time to discuss not just current projects but also your accomplishments, challenges, and career goals. Come prepared with specific examples of your impact and contributions. Don't wait for your annual review to discuss your career aspirations. Let your manager know what types of opportunities interest you, what skills you're working to develop, and how you'd like to grow within the organization. This helps them think of you when relevant opportunities arise. Also, ask your manager for feedback on how you can increase your visibility and impact within the organization. They may have insights into what senior leadership values or suggestions for projects and initiatives that could help you get noticed. Strategy number 7, leverage internal communication channels. Most organizations have various internal communication channels, newsletters, intranet sites, team meetings, company-wide emails, that you can use to increase your visibility in a professional and appropriate way. If your company has an internal newsletter or blog, offer to write articles about best practices, process improvements, or industry insights. If there are company-wide meetings or presentations, volunteer to present on topics related to your expertise or successful projects you've completed. Participate actively in team meetings by sharing insights, asking thoughtful questions, and contributing to discussions. When you have ideas or suggestions, speak up in appropriate forums rather than keeping them to yourself. Some organizations have recognition programs where colleagues can nominate each other for outstanding work. Don't hesitate to nominate deserving colleagues, and encourage others to recognize good work when they see it. This creates a culture of recognition that benefits everyone. Strategy number 8, measure and report on your progress. Finally, make it a habit to regularly measure and report on your progress toward both individual and team goals. This shows that you're focused on results and accountable for your performance. Create simple metrics that demonstrate your impact. If you're in customer service, track metrics like customer satisfaction scores, resolution times, and customer retention. If you're in operations, measure efficiency improvements, error rates, or cost savings. Share these metrics with your manager regularly, but focus on trends and improvements rather than just raw numbers. For example, over the past quarter, I've improved my customer satisfaction scores from 4.2 to 4.7 out of 5, and I've reduced my average call resolution time by 15% while maintaining quality standards. This approach demonstrates that you're not just doing your job, but actively working to improve your performance and contribute to team success. Let me share how Carlo, the technical support specialist I mentioned earlier, transformed his visibility using these strategies. First, Carlo started documenting his impact more systematically. Instead of just noting that he solved technical issues, he began tracking the complexity of problems he resolved, the time he saved customers, and the revenue impact of the accounts he helped retain. He volunteered to lead a project to update the department's troubleshooting procedures, which gave him visibility with senior management and demonstrated his expertise. During this project, he worked closely with managers from other departments, building relationships that proved valuable later. Carlo also began sharing his knowledge more actively. He created video tutorials for common technical issues and offered to train new team members on complex problem-solving techniques. This positioned him as a subject matter expert and someone who contributed to team development. Most importantly, Carlo started having regular conversations with his manager about his career goals and the value he was adding to the team. He shared his impact metrics and asked for feedback on how to increase his visibility within the organization. 6 months later, when another team leader position opened up, Carlo was the obvious choice. His manager had a clear understanding of his contributions, senior leadership knew him from his project work, and his colleagues respected his expertise and willingness to help others succeed. Promotion came with a 25% salary increase and opened up new opportunities for career advancement that Carlo hadn't even considered before. Now let's address some common concerns about increasing career visibility. I'm worried that focusing on visibility will make me seem self-centered or like I'm not a team player. Key is to focus on value creation rather than self-promotion. When you share your accomplishments, always connect them to team or organizational success. Instead of saying, "I achieved great results," say, "I was able to contribute to our team's success by achieving these results." The focus should be on the value you're creating, not on making yourself look good. "I don't want to take credit for work that involved other people." You absolutely shouldn't take sole credit for collaborative work, but you also shouldn't make yourself invisible in team successes. When discussing collaborative projects, acknowledge everyone's contributions while being clear about your specific role. For example, "Our team achieved excellent results on this project. My specific contribution was developing the new process framework, which helped us reduce processing time by 20%. I'm naturally introverted and find self-promotion uncomfortable." Career visibility doesn't require you to become an extrovert or dramatically change your personality. Many of the strategies we've discussed, like documenting your impact, volunteering for projects, and sharing knowledge, can be done in ways that feel natural and authentic to you. Focus on the strategies that align with your strengths and comfort level. "I'm worried that my manager will think I'm being pushy or demanding." There's a big difference between being pushy and being proactive about your career development. Managers generally appreciate employees who take ownership of their career growth and communicate clearly about their contributions and aspirations. Key is to approach these conversations professionally and focus on how you can add more value to the organization. As we wrap up today's episode, remember that career visibility is not about changing who you are or compromising your values. It's about ensuring that your contributions are known and valued by the people who make decisions about your career advancement. The strategies we've discussed today require consistent effort and patience. You won't see results overnight, but if you implement these approaches systematically over time, you'll find that your contributions become more visible and your career opportunities increase significantly. Start by choosing one or two strategies that feel most natural to you and implementing them consistently for the next month. As you become more comfortable with these approaches, gradually add other strategies to your visibility toolkit. Most importantly, remember that the goal isn't just to get noticed. It's to get noticed for the right reasons. Focus on creating genuine value, helping others succeed, and contributing to your organization's goals. When you do this consistently and communicate it effectively, recognition and advancement will follow naturally. Your excellent work deserves to be recognized. Don't let it remain invisible simply because you're uncomfortable with self-promotion. Use these strategies to ensure that your contributions get the attention they deserve, and watch as new opportunities begin to open up for your career. That's all for today's episode of Career Compass. If you're working on increasing your career visibility, I'd love to hear about your experiences and challenges. Next week, we'll be exploring another crucial career topic based on your feedback and questions. Until then, remember, your work speaks volumes, but only if people can hear it. Make sure your contributions are visible, your value is known, and your career potential is recognized. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next week.